What are some of the biggest mistakes people can make in their 20s? Living a lifestyle you can't afford. Just coast through life waiting for something to happen. Nobody is gonna walk up to you and hand you a meaning to your life or a fulfilling career. Adding to this, just because you don't know what to do with your life doesn't mean you should do nothing. Not getting a routine of a healthy lifestyle. When older people say it gets a lot harder when you're older, they mean it. But you can always start treating your body better at any age. Don't throw in the towel because you're older. Don't make excuses, make goals. Having children by the wrong person. Don't waste time being self-conscious. Don't waste time on negative people/relationships/interpersonal dramas. Use this time for personal development. Get good at things you enjoy. Be friends with people who make you happy. Do interesting shit. Literally no one ever has looked back and been pleased that they spent 6 months embroiled in roommate drama. You're not going to, hopefully, be regaling the bar with how that Cheryl bleached your towels in 6 years. It doesn't matter. No one has ever been super jazzed that they nitpicked their own appearance for 7 years and consequently couldn't enjoy themselves because they were pulling at their clothing. I'm not talking about self-improvement. I'm talking about being really unhappy with yourself for the sake of being really unhappy with yourself. Stop doing that. You're fine. If your relationship involves screaming, drunken screaming, the silent treatment, weird subterfuge, or general nastiness, and I could make an endless list of bullshit behavior, leave that relationship. You are going to outgrow friendships. Other people are going to outgrow your friendship. This is normal. It's not an indictment of you as a person. It can be painful. Handle it with grace. And always think before you react. Always be your own devil's advocate. Think about others. Think about how you sound when dealing with conflict. Being a stable person is partially an acquired skill. Learn it. For the majority of my friends in high school it was trying heroin after experimenting with pills. Since then 6 have died, and the rest are either struggling with their addiction or have completely ruined their lives. Coasting on their potential. It's easy to put off actually doing anything while you're still basking in the glory of being the smart kid at school or university, but then all of a sudden you're 29 and there are celebrities younger than you, and you find yourself wondering where to even get started. If you want something, the time to start working towards it is while you're young and hungry. You are young and life is long and there is time to kill today, and then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. Falling out of the habit of exercising regularly. It's such an easier habit to maintain than it is to adopt in one's 30s. Don't think that there is plenty of time to save for retirement. If it is possible for you to put something away on a regular basis, do it. The best time to start is when you get a job that offers you more pay than what you were getting. Take a percentage of the increase and start savings that right from the beginning. That helps make it such that you never miss it. Exactly what I came to say. 5% of your income in a 401k starting in your 20s is worth as much as 10-15% starting in your 30s, roughly. It is so easy to set yourself up with a nice nest egg. Even though it looks like nothing at first, it's amazing how well it builds over time. Not taking advantage of your greatest asset, time. When I was talking with an older friend who was very well off, millionaire, I jokingly said, "I'll trade you my age for your money." And his reply has always stuck with me. He said, "I can do more with your time than you can do with my money." I didn't take it as an insult, but as motivation to make the most of my time and not waste it. Get loans, credit cards that they can't fully pay off. Spend more money than you truly have or make. I did all that. Now I'm punished by my own poor mistakes of trying to spend money with people who make way more. I got 2 to 3 more years and am paid off. Buying vehicles they can barely afford. Not realizing that the really nice cars also usually have really high insurance rates. I saw this happen to some friends in my late teens/early 20s. Not taking advantage of the freedoms you have now. Most people in their 20s aren't married or have kids. Enjoy it. Travel. Volunteer. Figure out who you are and what kind of person you want to be as you finish growing up. Don't saddle yourself down with a ton of responsibilities now, because you will never be this young, this free, this full of energy, and have this many opportunities to grab life by the balls and enjoy yourself again. Take care of yourself. Your habits now will follow you for a long time. I'm 27 and starting to realize this, so I'm trying to turn things around: less drinking, more salads, less carbs, etc. Also, don't waste money on stupid shit. If you're about to buy something stupid, just think, will I get annoyed at having this in 2 years? Not brushing your teeth. When my father passed away, I slept away each night without taking care of myself. I've had so many root canals, removals, and pain because of it, and it only hurts what little self-image I have of myself. When your teeth go, you smile less and hate yourself a little more every day. It just takes so much away from you. Please take care of those chompers. Not being interesting. Really? It takes time to be interesting. It takes time to grow a personality and an identity that isn't based off the things you like, or worse, the things you hate, or some preconceived labels. People say, go out, live life, have an adventure. And yeah, that's the way to be interesting. But reading books, writing, painting, cultivating a knowledge base, either very specific or very broad, those are also ways to be interesting. And what's so important about being interesting? Well, the obvious way is that it's a way to meet people and make them stay. And while you may not need people, it's still nice to have them. But I'd probably say even more important than that is that it gives you a sense of who you are and what you want to do, and thus ways to relate to people. Because you can't be interesting without interests and goals beyond just living to tomorrow and avoiding suffering, because life isn't just about avoiding suffering, or at least, we all should hope it isn't. And when tragedy inevitably comes, or you find yourself suddenly in a strange new place or alone, in the end, you'll find yourself interesting. Too interesting to give up on, too interesting to throw away. So do something unique. Dare to disagree. Explore an inclination. Scratch an itch. Because in this cynical world, it's dangerous to just be a collection of likes and dislikes, easily moved and swayed, because you don't have a place. Because you don't have a place you want to be. So be interesting. Not wearing sunscreen. Seriously, people wear sunscreen. Getting sunburned just once can triple your risk of melanoma later in life. I work with a lot of older hippies, construction workers, landscapers, and arborists, and a lot of them have skin cancer, and they all really wish they had worn sunscreen. Listen to Baz Luhrmann and wear sunscreen. If you're concerned about certain chemicals in sunscreen, there's always alternatives. Also look into Korean sunscreens. They have amazing sunscreens that go on smooth just like lotion and don't leave you sticky or contain some of the harsh chemicals in American sunscreens. Make it a part of your daily routine and you'll appreciate it later in life. Sacrifice learning for earning. Not saying you have to go to college, but you need to learn a marketable skill in a career that has a future. Working as a server/bartender or other similar job for easy money is not a viable long-term move. I see many 40-year-old servers who look 50 and hate life. Heavy drinking. You can waste away years of your life like this, thinking you're just partying. A good friend of mine recently came to terms with his alcoholism. Getting blackout drunk every week for nearly a decade is not normal. Not wearing hearing protection in loud situations. The tinnitus is real, man. Weekend gigging musician here. Please, for the love of God, protect your hearing. I can't hear half as well as I used to, and I've been playing music of all kinds for most of my life. I thought I was too cool for earplugs, and I've only just now started being proactive about it. I'm 26. Tinnitus is not fucking cool. To other musicians, in-ear monitors can help reduce hearing loss. Use them as much as possible. Not caring about credit/credit score. Getting credit cards and maximuming them out and not being able to keep up with the payments. I'm speaking from personal experience here. I was never taught to be financially responsible, and it's been a hard lesson learned. I'm 35 now, my credit score is slowly creeping up, and I have a 3-year plan/budget for home ownership. I'm literally a decade behind where I wanted to be.